Okay, so custom path. Let's do this. So I have a perfect thing to show because I made a new eye texture for Enders the other day, so we can show this. So for eyes, there's two things we're gonna custom path. One is the diffuse texture, which is just the looks of the eyes, and the other is eye mask. The eye mask is actually so you will notice in like character creation and stuff, there will be different gradients of eyes, like blue, red, and stuff. So actually, they are using the same diffuse texture base, but what CDPR did is have a mask of only the iris, and they basically apply colors onto it, so it's tinted in a way. So yeah, so if we want to make our diffuse be reflected without tinted or getting covered by the mask, then we need to make it empty basically. So yeah, and I have all the setup ready for Ender's eyes. So the way custom path work is basically you want to put your whatever things like assets. For example, you can put mesh, app, entity, texture, anything really in the game. And so the thing about it is basically the game has two base outside folders. There's the base, and then there's engine. Engine has, I forgot what engine has, basically some not so used often stuff, and mostly we make stuff in base, and you cannot put anything like outside of base or engine. If you do that, MPack, your archive will crash the game. Okay, so we will just cut this and go inside and paste here. So what I usually do, because in hex editing you cannot enter longer path than what it originally has, so I like to make my own custom folder just inside the base. So let's do that. I'll call it this, and then let's go inside, and I like to put it categorized just so I won't get it confused. So I make a textures folder, because the thing is the custom path acts the same like in-game path. So if you have two archives that use the same exact path and have the same name, the one that will override it is the one that loads first. So load order, let me show you. So load order basically you notice that it is sorted by alphabetical. So the higher in alphabetical it is, the it will load over it. So let's say I have these two, just for example. I have this has like this texture eye mask, and this also has the texture eye mask. Oh wait, that's not these two, because I didn't refresh basically. These two both have eye mask. This will load over this one because this is at the very bottom. So yeah, that's it. So I like to name them sorta unique. So this one is I just give it a name. Okay, so this is our path, and let's just go back to the mesh. Usually you will custom path the mesh, or yeah, that's about it. So to custom path the texture, you will need to find the what you need to change first. So let's drag the mesh inside. So open the mesh and the data. You will find a lot of mesh appearance. So I already know that Anders uses gradient gray. So this is this one. And to find like which basically usually like materials and path are in the buffer. Sometimes they will be up here and in the mesh itself, but usually it's in the buffer. So this is the gradient gray to find which, let me show you. So the material are usually at the second to last buffer, so in this case it's 0. There's a lot of stuff, you see. So you don't know which one. Like you can guess. Like it's kind of obvious in this thing, but it won't always be obvious. Like some will be just like this, and there will be a bunch of just metal-based stuff. You don't want to just click inside and just guess or check. It's tedious. So to find it, you go into CMesh, open it, and go into, I always forget which one. Is this one? Yeah, it's this one, okay. So the material entry. So basically this one, like, you can actually change the name of the appearances. To do that, should I go into, actually, okay, I'll just explain it really quickly. So this controls the where in the buffer, like you can see 0, 1, 2, 3 and stuff. So this controls which index it reads from, and this is the name of it. And this one, the buffer, actually notes down the size of the buffer, like materials and stuff. So I might do another like changing materials so tutorial later, but so basically, yeah. So this is like noting down what buffer has sizes and offset stuff. And this one is, I believe, for, oh yeah, that's the actual appearances. Okay, that's just a fun thing. Okay, now we need to find gradient gray. Keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, gradient gray is like, I think it's pretty up here. Yeah, it's down here. It's 42, and you see the index is 42. Okay, so we know which one. Just scroll down and to 42. This one, yeah. Now we find the texture. The thing is, for eyes, it's very easy. It's just outside here. But for like body, actually, let's pick up a body and you will see. My base. Wait, actually, is it like this? Okay, I just drag this. It should work. Yeah, it works. Okay, drag the buffer. Let's check. Okay, so for body, you'll see, oh, why is there no texture here? So, you will need to basically follow the MI chain down the path. Just open this. Yeah, just open all the things until you find the texture and custom path it. I think I explained it before. If I not, I can make another video. Okay, let's go back to the eye. Okay, this is the texture. So custom path, so easy. Just go here, and for example, eye mask. Copy this. Do the text path thing. So this is its path. Copy this, or just cut it, whatever you want. Go to the eye mask, double click it, press like paste it, and press enter. That's done. Yeah, that's easy. Now let's move on to the eye texture. Okay, don't cut it here, and replace the diffuse. Boom, you're done. It's finished. Okay, not really, but like actual hex editing is finished. Okay, now save it with either with this or the shortcut is Control S. I use it all the time because it's very useful. Okay, so Basically, let me explain about the files of the game. So there's a couple of types, but for this I would just say there's like the mesh is the main red file. Like if you pack the mod, these buffers won't get packed. So like you can actually try it. If you delete the mesh and the XBM and stuff and only leave the buffer, it will say 0 out of 0 packed. Yeah. So if this like, and buffers are just extra infos, that's extra info. Yeah. So the thing about this is if you edit the buffer, like the stuff is still in the buffer, like the main file, so it's the one that gets packed, but it doesn't have the info. So to do that, you have to rebuild, or the new term, I mean not really new, but rebuild or import in that case. So to do that, the command, depending on what version of client you use, CP7777 tools you use, I'm using the latest, close to the latest, 1.5.2. So it is import k path, k is keep, like the full thing is this, but I just do k, and p is path. You can type it or just type p, and enclose it in quotation mark, and just paste. You need to rebuild the buffer, like the upper folder. Like you can actually just do like entirely outside, and it will rebuild everything in like every subfolder under it. But to make it like not mess up other stuff, I usually just do this one inside and enter. Okay, it will say found one raw file to rebuild, and rebuild 1.1. It will say with buffer, so that's great. Now when you go back into 010, you'll notice, oh, it's asking you for a thing. It has been modified. That is because to rebuild, just integrate, like merge the data of the buffer inside the mesh. So just do reload, always reload. Don't ignore it. It's telling you stuff because it's important. So just do reload and everything will be fine. Now. And that's it. That's custom path. It's really easy. It's not hard at all. So just when you pack the mod, just make sure everything is under here with the correct name and the correct path, and pack everything, and you're done. Easy peasy. That's it.